You made your own monster. What? You've spent a lot of time coming up with all of their attacks, their stats, and you wanted to knock the socks off your players. What the heck? To make sure the battle is actually a challenge, you're gonna need to balance it. But how do you balance it when you've created the monster from scratch and there's no challenge rating? Well, you figure it out on your own with these steps. Come up with an estimate CR for your monster. As a rule of thumb, if a monster's CR level is equal to your character's average level, it's going to be a challenge. And if you're going to have more than one enemy in the encounter, you're gonna need that CR level to be less. In today's example, we'll be using a group of 5 characters at level 6 because I'm doing this for a one-shot. So we'll be setting the CR level at 6 because we want it to be a challenge for our players. Just a tip, your monster doesn't have to have a challenge rating equal to their level. If your party is attacked by a pack of wolves, they might actually have a hard time if there's enough of them, and their CR level is only a quarter. But with their abilities, they have an increased probability of rolling with advantage. That could be killer. Step 2, come up with a statistic. Now, if you've already made your monster, you're gonna wanna skip this step and the next step and go to step 4. There's a chart in the DMG that goes through each CR level and what their general stats would be. You can use this, but this is part of a series of videos where I made my own monster and I based that monster off of a different monster in the monster manual. That was a lot of monsters. But referencing the table, come up with your stats. Step 3, you're gonna want to adjust those stats to fit the personality and type of monster that you're creating. In other words, if your monster is heavily armored, you're gonna want to bump their AC up. Maybe your monster is a magic user. Well, magic users tend to be a little squishy, so I would lower their HP and lower their AC. Step 4, the actual CR math. So here's the formula. Your monster's challenge rating is equal to its defensive challenge rating plus its offensive challenge rating, all divided by 2. Don't worry, I'm like the only Asian in the world not good at math, and I figured this out, so you can too. To figure out your defensive CR, you're going to look at your monster's HP. For our monster, it is 95. On that chart that I showed you earlier, you're going to find that number. For us, it's going to be CR2. Look at the suggested AC for this CR level. If the AC of your monster is at least 2 higher or 2 lower, then you need to adjust your CR level up or down by 1 for each difference of 2. So an actual example here. We figured out that our defensive CR is CR2. The suggested AC is 13. Our monster's actual AC is 16. That's a 3-point difference. So we'll bump it up 1 CR level. If it were AC 17, we'd bump it up even more. But because it's an odd number, just bumping it up 1 CR level. This makes our defensive challenge rating 3. To find offensive challenge rating, we follow a similar process. We're going to look at the damage output per round. The biggest attack for our monster is its multi-attack, where it can do 48 points of damage in a round. Just by that alone, that puts us at CR 7. Next, look at the attack bonus. And we're going to do a similar thing that we did with AC. If the attack bonus is 2 points higher or 2 points lower, we'll adjust our CR level up 1 or down 1. At CR 7, our attack bonus should be +6. Our attack bonus for our monster is +7. So that's not enough to adjust the CR level in either direction. So we'll stick CR 7 in as our offensive. So 3 + 7, that's 10, divided by 2, so that's 5. So the CR level of our monster is 5. Our goal was 6. So if this isn't quite what you were looking for, or you need the monster to be more difficult, adjust your AC, your hit points, play around with those numbers a little bit more until you get what you want. We're not gonna do that. This monster is actually a part of a boss battle, meaning it has lair actions, and it also has an ability that allows it to call in some friends. Honestly, I'm going to rate it a challenge rating 6 because of its ability to bring in allies. Then why should we care, Kylie? You just made up stuff anyway. Well, sassy audience member, figuring out this math really does help. Originally, my monster had way too much HP and it put it at a CR of 8. And that wasn't including the ability to bring in more monsters. Monster CR gives you as a DM a quick reference to see whether or not this enemy is going to be too hard for your players. But CR rating is definitely not a perfect system. There are so many factors outside of your monster CR that affect the game, such as whether or not your characters have had a long rest, any magical items, or how many nat ones you roll. God. So how do you balance encounters? Well, for that you need to check out this video over here, which will explain the 2 methods that I use to balance encounters. And I promise it'll make life so much more simple.